So Jeff Bezos has a brand new idea, and it is delivery drones, Amazon Air or Prime Air. Now, of course, he introduced this whole thing on 60 Minutes. Basically, it's where he said they would Amazon would deploy a fleet of what they call octocopters to drop off orders of less than 5 pounds to each to any customer that orders within like a 30-minute radius of a distribution center. So already, I'm just going to drop this question to the panel. Is this a good idea or a bad idea? Go.
Well, I don't think it's a bad idea. This is what innovation is. It's what, moving forward is, especially if you're, progressive, you're, wanting society to move forward, right? And then you have other arguments on the bad side for, taking jobs, and a bunch of arguments that really don't stand up, when they're discussed in a lot deeper detail. But, I mean, how often do you actually get business to take the leap forward? People say that capitalism is driven by business becoming innovative and doing new things. Well, in a lot of situations, no, we have to drive it ourselves, like interstates and railroads. You don't want business, when they drove railroads, look what happened, in those labor situations. So there's nothing wrong with driving things forward as long as it's regulated. If it's regulated, why not get involved with it and say, hey, look, this is a good idea. If you have somebody willing to invest in something like this, maybe as a society we should look at it and say, is it worth investing in something like this, Do you want that to be just a capitalism, based delivery system, or do you want some regulation on it,
Well, obviously, for an idea like this to work, I would want it to be regulated. But Sean,
yeah,
go ahead.
I'm gonna say it's a fake idea because that looks like a floating barbecue, not a drone. And it's incredibly impractical. Like to fly anywhere in the United States, you have to file an FAA flight plan, and the whole point of this is to deliver something within 30 minutes. But you're going to spend like 6 hours filing a flight plan, so I just don't. I think it's more of a publicity stunt, and that's why it's a fake idea. Like they wanted something to show 60 Minutes.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Katie, what do you think?
Yeah, I think if they would make it work, it would take years to get. They have to have like a schedule. Like he said, they'd have to like check with the FAA. We don't even know how high they'd be flying. Like if they're flying low down, people are going to see all that. There are things that are going to go wrong. There's just, how do you make it work and make it profitable? Like it just doesn't seem realistic to me.
I think that's where it comes into
anybody.
I think that's where it comes into it. Them proposing this silly idea comes into play like that. Like, look, we will invest in this. We will make this happen, but there's a lot of things that could and probably would go wrong with this situation. So if we just throw the idea out there, show a little video clip example, the world will probably jump on it and help us solve this problem.
And jump on it they did. I mean, didn't Elon Musk do the same thing with the Hyperloop?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that actually made a little bit of sense, though. Like, people want
this
that.
Doesn't?
Whereas, like, with this, who needs something from Amazon in 30 minutes?
I do.
That would be awful nice. That would be awful nice. There's no reason to wait if you have the technology not to.
Amazon Pizza. Think about it.
Amazon Pizza.
Well, there was a place
They're gonna put every other business in the U.S. out of business. They're like, we can deliver it in 30 minutes to anywhere.
I think that's their goal.
There was a place actually in LA, near LA or something, somewhere in California, that actually wanted to deliver tacos. You know what I thought about that? I said I like tacos.
But that was a fake story, wasn't it?
No,
Yeah,
it wasn't a fake story.
Wait, wasn't it though?
No, as far as I knew, that they couldn't get FAA clearance.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah,
I think this is a fake story too.
I think you're just taco crazy, Jeff.
I think it's 2 against 1 now, and I think it was fake.
I love tacos. Let me just put that out there. You're right. I am taco crazy.
Well, I mean, the way that this is going to be...
Sean, you make a certain amount of sense, actually, when you say that, like, the story isn't fake, but the idea, I tend to agree that I don't think this is a serious idea.
I mean, to be fair, the founder of Amazon is worth $26 billion to my only $2 billion. But Like I just
Lies.
don't see how this is going to practically work out. Like it's and like I could see how it could like theoretically be profitable because I used to sell remote control helicopters and that's probably worth like $40. So I assume that it could like theoretically work, but I don't see how practically it's going to do anything like or it's going to go anywhere. And it
Yeah.
can only deliver 5-pound packages.
Yeah, like maybe they'll
Right.
get there. Like they'll probably get there eventually. They'll probably make it profitable somehow, but it's gonna take a long time because it's just such a new idea, and there's so many kinks to work out. And
Yeah, there is, but if think about the not just social benefits, but the ecological benefits to a situation like that too, where there's part bad and part good. Part of the bad is that living in a disposable economy is just ridiculously stupid. You know, grills aren't made to last. You should only have to buy one barbecue grill because he said it looked like that. I'm using that as an example. You should only have to buy one in your entire lifetime. But the fact now that they're made out of this stamped, pressed bullcrap, metal and slapped together rapidly, they wear out. They're designed to fail. Designed so that you have to buy another one in a reasonable amount of time, but you're on a schedule that you're going to have to buy another one. That's how the capitalist model works. You have to resell it. Yes, exactly. Every product is like that.
yeah,
So it encourages that a little bit to the extreme, but there always is some type of consumption that people need. If you make the consumption more responsible, why not also make it more redditable? If it's responsible and redditable, now you're not looking at moving a 4,000 to 8,000 pound truck around to deliver that 5-pound package if there's nothing else in that area to deliver.
But here's what they do with those trucks, though, is they fill them with the brim full of stuff.
They do, but that doesn't mean that they're getting the same efficiency as you would in a direct delivery system.
And the only place that this could work is a city, which is what he said in the video, if it's like in the center of the city because they have a limited flight range.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to getting this first, being a New Yorker.
Well, you might have to wait on that, Sean, because according to David Talbot at the MIT Technological Review, he said that Amazon would probably have to charge somewhere around $200 just to ship it out. Just imagine the cost of shipping. At least right now, in the beginning, while this is sort of a new technology, drones aren't really a new technology, but delivery drones, yeah, I guess they are. $200, I mean, for shipping. I get pissed if I have to pay $5 for shipping. I'm like, God damn it.
But there's a lot of considerations in that, like no regulation right now. If everybody talked about it and made some type of universal regulations for this, that said they're going to operate in this parameter, now you can try and develop something to work in there. Now you can innovate and say, okay, can it be a reasonable price or not? Right now, just throwing out random numbers doesn't work because, I threw out the $40 example because he said, he was talking about his model helicopters,
which is that's what it is,
and that's why I use that figure. But there's a lot of unknown figures in this, and it's just it's silly to even say. I know that he's working at MIT and all that, but it's silly to even say that it'll cost a certain amount when you don't even know the parameters that the thing has to operate in yet.
Yeah. And Amazon already delivers like the cheapest tablet anywhere out on the market. So like the idea that they won't get the technology for this to work to be cheaper in the future is silly. Like if it will work, it's going to be cheaper.
Right, and that's why I say there really needs to be a little bit of discussion on this because the world is moving forward in this in a fast-paced technical way.
Well, okay, so let's talk a little bit about what has to change for this to even be workable. I'm saying more of in a sort of legal way, I guess. I mean, the FAA is going to have to make some major adjustments in order to make this work. I mean,
there has to be blanket rules.
He said it would take 5 years for them to even consider like his application to like get some of the rules changed. So
right,
it's already 5 years away.
So, and just trying to hammer out exactly what's needed, and then of course there are safety concerns and all that stuff. So they've got a long road in order to make this an actual workable technology.
Yeah, but that's the point, is that we need to start thinking ahead in that direction. We need to stop thinking in the now where we're at and arguing over the little debatable things when we need to start thinking in these 20, 40, 60, 100-year spans of where we want the society to be in that time frame. That's important. And if you start working toward that, you'll find that your current society improves in the attempt to get there. You
But
know,
how is this gonna drastically help society? I mean, do we need things a couple days faster? I mean, we're talking about like 100 years, 200 years, but this isn't like technology that everybody needs right now. Like if you need something that bad, you can go pick it up at a store.
to solve technology like this, you look at you're looking at what you call infrastructure. That would be part of infrastructure, and so would the mass transit system that we were talking about when Jeff first brought this up to discuss this topic. Was that, can you move people around in that tube technology? You know, really fast mass transit that's really cheap and extremely fast to travel.
But that to me is way more important than this. Like, this is just people that need it now when they want it now and are.
Yes, but if you're talking about changing the entire mass transit system, why not incorporate things like that into it? Think about the future stuff that you're going to incorporate, because right now we have a highway system. We need to dedicate some of that land and space to, hyper travel, in that tube system or another similar system that can move people around that quickly and inexpensively.
I guess all in all, the important question I want to ask each one of you is: do you agree with this idea? Are you in support of this or no?
Yeah, I'm not for it. I mean, if they could find a way to make it work, sure. I'm just not going to use it. I just can't think of anything that I would need that bad that I couldn't drive somewhere within 20 miles and pick it up. I just don't. I don't like. I see the argument about mass transportation and infrastructure, but I don't see how that's a part of it. Like, I don't know. It just seems like a crazy idea to me that somebody's trying to make work for publicity, and it just doesn't seem realistic at all. And we'll probably get there eventually, but it's just not something I'm for and that I'm gonna follow, because I'm not really interested in it.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sean.
If it happens, it will be awesome. Obviously, the 5 pound limit has to go. I don't know what in that range of 5 pounds I would need in 30 minutes.
And so that kind of leads me, I guess, to where I think that I don't really care for this idea too much in its current iteration. I do see Kevin's argument that it's innovative, it's interesting, it's quirky. And I see it as another perk for rich people who want to say, hey, I just got my book delivered by a drone.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
That's great. Well, you just paid $200 or more to have it delivered on delivery charges when you could have got a 30-second direct download. Congratulations, dumbass. Way to go. So, but as far as, like I said, the whole innovation part of it, yeah, I'm massively in favor of innovation and science and mass transit and making things easier. But this is kind of a dumb idea. And actually, I really want to compare it and contrast it. I mean, think of where we're going as a society, where we're planning. This company is planning on having domestic drones flying overhead carrying packages, and I can't help but think, and I know this is kind of extreme, but I can't help think but Pakistan and Yemen, and how we have drones over there already, but they're not carrying packages; they're carrying bombs, and so. I just kind of think of that contrast of how we're using this technology for ourselves, for the rich, for people who can afford to pay the delivery fees in a 30-mile radius when you could just pick it up, basically for our own decadence and convenience, while we use that same technology to indiscriminately kill people.
Yeah, you kill people with a remote control helicopter?
Not a priority. Like, it's just not. It's not one thing that needs to get done right now, or we need to spend any time on.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So many other things to work on.
I did figure out how to get it to work. All Amazon has to do is start delivering guns, and then the NRA will get rid of all those FAA regulations.
You're damn right.
Oh, damn.
You're damn right.
All right.
Smith & Wesson wants this drone program to go through, and that son of a bitch is getting through the door.
That's sad. That's sad. And true. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Please leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and share with your friends. If you want to see more, go to our channel at youtube.com/TYTNation. And if you really want to support the show, support this channel, go to our fundraising campaign at www.patreon.com/TYTNation. The website is in the description below. Thank you guys, and keep watching.